The last thing my wife said to me wasn't, "I love you." It was, "Don't forget to water the plants." I remember smiling, half annoyed, half amused, because she always worried about the smallest things. Then she grabbed her keys, kissed my cheek, and walked out the door like she'd done 1,000 times before. That door closed behind her, and my life split into before and after. Before, my life was ordinary, quiet, full of routines that felt boring back then but feel sacred now. After, everything echoed. Her name was Anna. We met when we were both broke, stubborn, and convinced love alone could fix anything, and for a long time, it did. We built a life slowly, not the kind you see in movies, no dramatic gestures, no perfect days, just late-night talks in the kitchen, shared jokes no one else understood, silence that felt safe instead of awkward. She was the kind of person who loved deeply but quietly, the kind who remembered how you took your coffee and left notes in your lunch even after 10 years of marriage. And I loved her. Not perfectly, not always attentively, but completely. Or at least, I thought I did. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. You don't realize how much you have until you stop being afraid of losing it. We fought sometimes about stupid things, about money, about time, about how I worked too much and she felt like she was slowly becoming invisible in her own marriage. She told me once, "I don't need grand gestures. I just need to feel like you still see me." I told her she was overthinking. I wish I could take that back. The day she died wasn't dramatic. No warning signs, no final goodbyes. A distracted driver, a red light ignored, a phone call that changed everything. I was standing in the grocery store, holding her favorite cereal when my phone rang. I remember being irritated because I thought it was spam. It wasn't. The officer's voice was calm, too calm, like he was talking about the weather instead of my wife. I don't remember dropping the phone. I don't remember driving home. I just remember standing in our living room later, staring at the couch where she used to curl up every night, waiting for her to walk through the door and tell me it was all a mistake. She never did. The first weeks after her death felt unreal. People brought food, sent messages, told me how strong I was. I wasn't strong. I was empty. I slept on her side of the bed, listened to her voicemail just to hear her voice, replayed arguments in my head, wondering how many times I'd chosen work, distraction, or silence over her. Grief isn't loud all the time. Sometimes it's quiet, and that's worse. It's standing in the hallway and realizing you'll never hear her laugh from the kitchen again. It's reaching for your phone to text her something small and remembering there's no one on the other end. Months passed. The world moved on. I didn't. One night, unable to sleep, I opened a drawer I hadn't touched since she died. Inside were dozens of handwritten notes, little reminders she'd written to herself, grocery lists, to-do lists. And then I found one that wasn't meant for her. It was meant for me. I hope he knows how much I love him, even on the days I don't say it well. My chest tightened, because I realized something that hurt more than her death itself. She loved me right up until the end, even when she felt unseen, even when I wasn't fully present. And now there was no fixing it. No apology big enough, no second chance. I started going through life differently after that. I stopped rushing, stopped assuming time would always be there, stopped taking love for granted. Because loving someone isn't just about being there physically, it's about choosing them emotionally every single day. I still talk to her sometimes, quietly, in my head, when the house feels too empty or I catch myself smiling at a memory. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Love doesn't end when someone dies. It ends when we stop paying attention. If you're listening to this and someone in your life feels distant, overlooked, or quietly hurting, don't wait. Say the thing. Make the time. Look at them like you're afraid of losing them. Because one day, the door might close behind them, and you won't get another chance to say what matters.